Hi, my name is Spencer Broussard, and thank you for tuning into this free 3-part fertility training series on how you can make your dream of having your baby come to life. I want to start off this video by telling you a little bit about my story and how I got in front of you today. A few years ago, my husband and I decided that it was time to start a family, and like you, it didn't happen exactly when we wanted it to. So naturally, we were curious. We went and got all the tests done from our doctor, and they couldn't find a single thing wrong with us. Suggested we relax and give it a few more months. Well, fast forward a few more months, still no baby, so we decided to go the natural route to the fertility naturopath, where they do even more tests on you. Still nothing wrong with our bodies, and still no reason why we weren't pregnant yet. So it was at this point in my fertility journey where I decided to take a break from the whole baby making thing and find out how it was possible that on paper, my husband and I's body looked like it was exactly where it needed to be, but still no pregnancy. And it was at this point in my journey where I discovered and was kind of introduced to books like Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now and Marianne Williamson's A Return to Love, and I discovered the amazing power that the mind has over our bodies, and also the power that the spirit has, right? Your soul, the power of the universe, that higher power, and that power that is bigger than ourselves. So reading these books completely introduced me to a brand new world, and a new passion literally emerged within myself, and my life transformed right before my eyes. In my path of self-discovery, I decided to become a life coach because I needed to share the news that we were co-creators of our own lives, and that whatever we were experiencing, whether it be right now or in the future, or even for the future generation, right, for the generation of these babies coming through, it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to suffer. And this, without a doubt, would not have been possible if it wasn't for my fertility journey. So I began coaching women who were struggling to get pregnant, and much to my surprise, or not rather, they were getting pregnant. I even remember my first email from my client showing me her positive pregnancy test. And two, I also had clients like myself who decided to tap into and call their true purpose in their lives, right? Their higher calling. And again, none of this would have been possible without their fertility journey. I believe that if you're watching this and you have the call in your heart to be a mother, that you are meant to be a mother. The work that I do is not about adding to the equation and doing more. It's about subtracting and doing less. Creating space and stillness for you to get to know yourself, love yourself, so that you can show up and be the best mother possible for your baby. So without further ado, let's get started on the free training. Let's take a look at the 6-pillar pyramid, starting from the bottom up. Pillar 1, mind awareness. Your ability to become aware of the thoughts in your mind is the #1 skill you can learn that will bring you the most amount of peace and happiness in your life. Mind awareness is your ability to become aware of the thoughts that you have that are making you suffer. I'll give you an example. There are 3 best friends. One moves away. There are 2 friends left. One of those 2 friends decides that, you know what, she's upset. She's sad that her friend moved away, but guess what? She's going to move on, make new friends, and stay in touch with her old friend. The remaining friend decides that she's going to make that her friend moved away mean something. She's making it mean that she's unlovable. She's making it mean that she must have did something wrong. And in turn, these thoughts are creating suffering when in reality, this isn't really happening. So how does your mind affect your fertility? Well, your experience, like your fertility journey, creates a thought. Your thought creates an emotion within your body, right? So if you're thinking about something, you immediately have an emotion, and that is then communicated throughout your body. You'll notice that your emotions are felt within your body, whether they're sad or happy ones. This emotion then communicates to your body, and the body responds by releasing happy chemicals or fight or flight chemicals and hormones to support your emotions. So the mind is one of the biggest tools that you can begin to become friends with that will help you on your fertility journey. Pillar 2, learning to trust and surrender. Learning to trust yourself is one of the most important things that you'll be able to do, and I want to tell you why. We all have this GPS system within us, our intuition, our gut, that instinct, whatever you want to call it, and it is your job in this lifetime to get access to that inner wisdom. It's full of all of the answers, and it also has the trust that you want to have in the universe inside of that as well. That's where the certainty lies, is beginning to get in touch with that inner wisdom that you have. It's really about letting go here and letting go of control as you trust the process of this journey. So there are 3 things you want to trust. You want to trust yourself. You want to trust that God, the universe, has your back. And number 3 is you want to trust your partner. You know, I've spoken to a lot of women who are wanting this baby so bad, and they're not taking a look at the relationship they have with their partner. And I think you owe this to your baby to bring it into a healthy, trusting relationship within your relationship or your marriage or with your partner, whatever it is that you are creating a baby with. Pillar 3, the power of belief. I have to say that this is definitely the most understated component to the fertility journey, because without it, you're just trying to make things happen, and it's in this forcing kind of energy, and it's not where your baby wants to be created, and it kind of creates this body to be in that kind of fight or flight. So I want you to remove this word completely from your dictionary, and that word is try. T-R-Y. I never want you to say that you're trying to conceive a baby or trying to create a baby. I want you to choose to say, I am choosing to create a baby. The power of your words is absolutely amazing. So the 3 components to learning how to believe in your ability to create a baby are number 1, visualizations, number 2, gratitude, and number 3, acting pregnant to get pregnant. With visualizations, I want to give you an example. There was a group of professional basketball players, and they were falling short on their free throw. So they decided to run an experiment. They took half of the professional athletes, put them in one category, and took another half and put them in another. And with one of the half, all they did for 2 weeks is visualize creating that perfect shot. In the other category, they practice actually doing the free throw. Guess who came out with the most outstanding results? It was the people who visualized. Professional athletes do it all over the world. It's communicating to your body what to do. Gratitude, number 2. Gratitude as if it's already happening. It's having your faith that God or the universe is bringing your baby. So thank you, universe. My baby is on its way to me. Thank you. I can't wait to be holding it in my arms. Number 3, acting pregnant to get pregnant. This is a huge component, and I want to tell you why, because taking action without belief isn't going to do anything. So if you're taking action, you're doing the diet, you're doing the vitamins, you're doing the exercise, you're doing the tests, whatever it is, the procedures, and if you don't believe in your ability to get pregnant, it's most likely not going to happen. So acting pregnant to get pregnant is going to make you feel like you're pregnant, obviously, so give it a shot and see how that works. Pillar 4, body awareness. Most of you know about the body and the fertility food plan and all the different ways that you can get your body in shape. And I just want to remind you that it's only 1/3 of the fertility equation. There are still your mind and your spirit that need to align in order to create harmony within the body. So I want to get you in touch with the intelligence within the body, and I want to tell you about a tool called the Body Compass tool. So I want you to experience kind of experience in your head a negative situation that you had. You know, not the worst experience you've ever had, but you know, a shitty one. So I want you to do it, and I want you to write down where you feel the negative thoughts within your body. And I don't want you to say it feels uncomfortable. I want you to tell me where it feels uncomfortable and what are the sensations. So do you feel a tightness in your back? Do your shoulders feel really, really heavy? Where is it? And that is really just your body's way of communicating to you that it doesn't necessarily feel pleased with what's happening. Now, I want you to imagine a great situation, a great memory that you have, and I want you to tell me what that feels like. Tell me what the contrast is like. You'll most likely feel light in your shoulders. I have a lot of people say they feel butterflies in their stomach. So we're really aligning our bodies with that free, light feeling when we're choosing to experience positive thoughts and happy situations. Now, of course, not always are you going to be happy. And a lot of the times your body honestly just wants you to feel these emotions in order to let them pass. But it goes definitely with the idea that when we're unhappy and when we're creating stories that are keeping us in pain or keeping us suffering, that our bodies are naturally going to close down. You can feel it as you experience that negative thought. So that's the Body Compass tool, and I want you to use it moving forward. If you're ever confused about a situation, check in with your body and see where it lines up. Do you get that butterfly light feeling, or do you get that heavy, dense feeling? I also want to talk about the fertility food plan because I think it would be silly not to include that, as it is all over the web. But I want you to look at it from a different point of view. Instead of seeing it as something that enhances your fertility and is going to help you get pregnant, what if you decided to see it as a plan that's focused on giving you and your future child the best start in life? Now, it's easy to see it from that point of view when you believe that you are going to get pregnant. You can say, I'm doing this for me and my baby to give us the best start in life and not just to get pregnant. So you're shifting the focus. You're shifting the intention. There's no resentment around that. And that definitely feels a lot better within the body and the mind. So I want you to tell me what are 3 ways that you can begin to do this today. What are 3 ways that you can begin to take care of yourself that'll help you align your body with your fertility? Pillar 5, spirit baby. This is an exciting category, absolutely, because without a doubt, there are the spirits of these babies floating up in there, waiting and looking down and can't wait to come through. I have to tell you about a little story. When I was in my life coach training, I was on one of the calls with the instructors, and for some reason her energy just plugged me into a vision where I saw an infinite amount of these little energy bubbles, and I knew in my heart that they were spirit babies. And at that time I was wondering, am I going to coach people on struggling or getting pregnant, or am I going to focus on something else? And that was affirmation for me that I had all of these beautiful babies waiting for me to guide their mothers towards them. And it kind of gets me teary-eyed right now thinking about it, but it happened, and it was so magical, and it was so beautiful. So I just want you to know that they're there, and they feel you, and they want to be with you just as much as you want to be with them. So 3 simple ways that you can communicate with the spirit of these babies is, of course, through meditation, through kind of a guided meditation / visualization, through writing a letter to them. It's a beautiful way to communicate and make them feel like they're actually here. And then 3 is through your dreams. So next time you go to bed, I just want you to set an intention, a clear intention, that you're going to ask your baby spirit into your dreams so that you can have them validate that they're actually there with you. And I just want you to trust that it's going to happen. Don't make it happen. Trust that it's going to happen. And it's a very beautiful experience. You might see yourself or experience actual breastfeeding, holding your baby in your arms. Your baby might be 2, 3 years old. You know, whatever it is, it's a really beautiful experience. And also remember to set the intention that you're going to remember this dream, because believe it or not, we have many, many dreams that we don't remember. And I bet you've dreamt of your spirit baby many, many times before and just don't remember it. It's so important to add in here that your baby does not want to come here to be your source of happiness. It wants to come here to be an extension of your love. It wants to come here to be the cherry on top of your beautiful life. And I think that's really, really important to take note of, and will give you the encouragement you need to find that peace now and not waiting for your baby to bring you that, because that's a lot of pressure on that little soul. Last one, pillar 6, self-love. Self-love is without a doubt the root cause of any pain or suffering you have in your life. And it's your ability to feel worthy and deserving of holding this baby in your belly and then holding this baby in your arms. The truth is that we've been conditioned to be hard on ourselves, and it really is just a societal thing. We've learned from our parents or school or movies, you know, whatever it is, society has taught us that if we love ourselves, then we won't work hard. And if we don't work hard, we won't get stuff done. And it's just this vicious, vicious cycle. And really the two things that get in the way of you loving yourself is your need to be perfect and the pressure you put on yourself. So it's really about the pressure to be perfect. And the truth is, it's not possible, because you're perfect. Your definition of perfect isn't going to be your neighbor's definition of perfect. It's about finding wholeness, not perfection. But it's like there's like a perfection in the wholeness. There's perfection in the imperfection. And it's really a beautiful way to reframe your idea. What's really a huge component to self-love is your ability to feel all of your emotions, all the good and the bad ones. When we're trying to be perfect, we say we're only allowed to be happy and we're only allowed to think positive thoughts. And it's just not possible. You're here on Earth, on planet Earth, and you're a human being. And we experience different scenarios all the time that are going to bring us happiness or sadness. And the truth is, there's no judgment around which one is better. So inside your ability to feel these emotions is courage, it's compassion, and connection. And these are gifts that are found inside of vulnerability. I know a lot of us potentially have our parents haven't shown us what it's like to be vulnerable, so we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We feel we need to be strong. And I want you to just reflect on your parents right now. And if they have taught you how to be vulnerable, wonderful. If they haven't, I know you know what that feels like. And it's like you're denying part of yourself. And for your future, for the future of your baby and your child, learning how to be vulnerable right now, you will just teach your child how to do that leading by example. So see that the gifts inside of vulnerability, courage, compassion, and connection. With that being said, when you are taking a look at yourself first, saying, what kind of a mother do I want to be to my child? What you're doing is you're mothering yourself first in order to be a conscious parent. So the truth is, you don't have to wait. You can be a mother right now. And that's a really cool way of looking at it, and seeing yourself as a child allows you to be a little bit more gentle and compassionate with yourself. So I want you to look at this idea of self-love as a kind of like a very rewarding experience. And every time I want you to, you accomplish something or you get something done, I want you to reward yourself for that. And that reward can be something small, but essentially what it is it's just a form of self-care. And that can be a bath, that can be going for lunch with your best friend, but you have a bunch of different scenarios on your paper right there, and I want you to circle one of them that you're going to do today. And as you're doing it, don't just do it, don't just go through the emotions, but consciously feel what it's like to reward yourself and to kind of show that expression of self-love. As I talked about earlier in the video, one way that I really kind of discovered myself through this journey is finding a new purpose, finding a new career, so that every day I could wake up excited and passionate about what I was going to do in this world and how I was going to make a difference. And that was something that was a huge priority to me, and I did that because I love myself. So I want you to reflect on your career, on your purpose. Do you love what you do? Are you excited to get up and out of bed every single day to go do it? Because it's something that you do for a majority of your day. So finding something that you love is like telling yourself that you deserve it. So there you have it, the entire 6-pillar pyramid, starting with mind awareness, trust and surrender, your ability to believe, body awareness, spirit baby, and self-love. I just want to let you know that one thing that's weaved throughout this entire process is your ability to have fun and to let loose. Fear likes to keep us boring and straight and in certain kind of a robotic way of doing things, and I want you to let loose. Have fun. Your baby wants you to let loose. It's looking down on you saying, what is life like? Tell me what it's like, and it wants to know that it's fun. So until next time, I want you to, as you absorb this work, I want you to just have fun and let loose. So we'll see you for video 2 that'll be sent to your email on Tuesday, February 21st. Bye. See you then.